We have audio, we have screen switch, and we're live.
We are live?
We're live.
Well, I guess we'll have to start out by saying hello, everyone, and welcome to the Game Won't Play Itself. I am the Hergelman, filling in for Lard Teamaker, and to the direction of whichever direction it is, as per the norm, always joining me, is the ever-lovely James Atkinson, also known as...
And of course, joining us in the spot normally reserved for Will is the other rotating
filling
chair.
in for me.
I almost did that. I almost put Gio where you were. I almost put myself where Will was, you where I was, and then Gio for where you were. So I would be filling in for Will, you would be filling in for me, and Gio would be filling in for you.
Yeah.
Just to confuse everybody. Just to make it that much more complicated.
I like it.
So
Yeah.
none of us are actually in our normal spots. We're just
It's we'll leave for one thing and it's madness.
well, no, it's not madness. It's just what happens. This is what happens. Like Will leaves, we figure something out. Chris isn't able to make the show. Will makes me go on a rant about Destiny 2 monetization for 30 minutes. I don't show up and we don't record a show that week. We pre-record. So that's what happens.
Although I do have the stream key, so I could fill in. I just need the overlay.
You could. You absolutely could. But at the same time, we always could just pre-record, too. Will has already told me that he wants to pre-record something, another crazy Cards Against Humanity for when I go on vacation at the end of October. So
The plan have a major.
Yeah, the plan is to get like a ton of people, like pretty much like episode 50 level of people.
Yeah.
And do Cards Against Humanity.
Yes.
And it's just going to be a clusterfuck. Anyways, some of us are pressed for time. I'm not. So this is going to be a shorter stream. And then I probably will be actually just streaming a game after this. I have some friends that are playing PUBG, and I might actually want to join them. So we'll do that. Anyway, so we're going to lead right into games played, because somebody wants to go play some games.
Yes.
So, Hergelman, what have you been playing?
Off, and then I'll start running. So the games I've played this week are none.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well,
it was a rough week.
You'll be playing one tomorrow.
Yes. Which I'm excited about.
I am too. By the way, since I have you here, are we still level 6?
I believe so. I think we're level 5. You guys might be hitting level 6 mid-session.
Okay, so I should make a level 6 character sheet, because obviously all mine's electronic. Good to know.
Yep.
Got it.
And if you can toss a message to Heather to have people know that they'll be hitting level 6 mid-session.
Can do.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Meeseeks.
Can do. I'm Mr. Meeseeks. I can do that. I'm co-GM of the campaign. I just help move the story along.
Look at me.
Look at me. I grabbed goblin rocks and grabbed mindfucks.
You started to go a little bravest warriors on us.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little Rolf Wildo pickle chips.
All right, so you haven't played it. You didn't even play Tuesday Terraria with the Cosmic Gamers?
I did. You know, I did. I did get Tuesday Terraria this week. We didn't really get very far. We found out that we are terribly, terribly undergeared and need to really spec it into things. So
right.
That's the status we have right now, is we are terribly undergeared.
Hi, Kim. It's
Hi,
fun.
Kim.
I
You
know.
caught me very briefly as I am about to disappear.
Don't worry. She's apparently her internet is buffering like crazy. So.
Okay, so it'll be like I'm there anyways.
It's like exactly. It's Kim. Like always, we love you. We're happy you're here. Patron saint of Tig Whippies. We love you. You can watch it later. And Ty. Yeah. By the way, Ty says, "Don't worry, you'll have a game tonight." From what it sounds like.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So, with that being ado, Hergelman, if you want to join in later with any cool people that you meet, I don't mind you being feet on the street interviewing.
Sounds good.
If you feel like it. If not, I'll see you tomorrow.
Alrighty. I will catch you later, my friend.
Thank you.
And I will see all of you next week and or on Tuesday for Terraria.
Boom.
I miss you.
You miss him already?
Oh, you need to get to the app. Bye.
All right. So now we actually, since Chris isn't here, I guess I should hide the little logo for him. Boop. Chris is gone. All right. So we're changing this mid-flight. Hi, Gio.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. It make things a little bit interesting. Hey, Amanda, how you doing? Welcome to the cobbled together craziness, which is the game won't play itself this week, where I tried to entertain all of you with Geo.
Ooh, you see.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be very interesting. Which I guess this means we're going to be fielding a lot of questions from you, the viewers. Good. How's it? Aren't you supposed to be streaming tonight, Amanda? I know.
Yeah.
Well, you've been doing what? Uncharted 2. That's where you are now, right? If I remember correctly, I've jumped into a couple of her streams.
Yeah, I've been watching. Yeah, the last one I seen was 2.
2. Yeah, I've only played one Uncharted. Oh, in a half an hour. Okay, so yeah, so apparently that's Gio. We got 30 minutes.
Oh,
we got 30 minutes. If I have learned something in any of my time doing any streaming, is you don't cross the streams.
Nope.
Unless you're streaming together, then it's perfectly fine. But exactly. Well, hey, happy. It's the show. We're doing stuff. Gio.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Woo.
DOS 2. I can talk about that, Ty.
Oh.
Divinity Original Sin 2.
Would you like to talk about it?
I bought it yesterday.
Oh.
And I've been watching
Nice.
Code Carnage. Everybody knows Code Carnage, right? The big variety streamer on Twitch, Co.
Should I just say yes and go along?
Yeah, just say yes, go along. You know, he only
Yes.
has like 15,000 viewers and stuff. For like
Oh, yeah, of course. I totally know.
Co. Yeah. Here's an interesting fact for you. It is the highest reviewed game out this year, behind Zelda.
Wow.
Yeah, no, Ko's playthrough is good. I absolutely agree. He pretty much like made me want to buy the game. Also, he has I think he's up to 130 video VODs now because he's 100%ing it. He spent 20 hours on the first island. You're doing a lone wolf run, Ty? Yeah, see, I don't think I'm gonna do a lone wolf run because the NPCs look so freaking interesting. 32 hours on the first island. Thank you for correcting me.
Oh, wow. So, damn, that's even more. Jeez.
Yeah, so apparently this is what, and I know they just released a major patch today, fixing a lot of some of the issues that they were having with the game. I'm excited. Yeah, no, I'm excited to play with the NPCs. The other nice thing about it, Divinity 2, play with NPCs, then do a lone wolf run. Or, remember, Ty, I've been after Hergelman about this, and I've been thinking about doing, because you could have a multiplayer, you have up to 4 people play this game. So you can have 4 people create individual characters and play Divinity Original Sin 2. So, it looks great. I'm excited. I got it. I'm thinking, I kind of dabbled in it a bit last night, just to build it and just to see what's going on, because this is like kind of like, well, XCOM is kind of I'm wrapping up for me because I'm in the second playthrough of that, and we just beat what all the DLC. A full undead party is good. If you're an undead elf, can you still eat the flesh of stuff and know their memories, or do you need to be a living elf for that? Gio's just sitting here going, I don't know what he's talking about. This is really weird. Elves don't do that. Ty, okay. Ty, join a channel in Discord right now. Join a channel in Discord. Guess what? You're getting your shot.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Pup needed me.
It's gonna drag you into here. And if you want to unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hi, Ty. Congratulations.
Hello.
You're actually on the show because
Okay.
everybody leaves me alone. This is what happens when people leave me in control. I just do crazy shit.
Ultimate power.
That's fine. The elves, they can't do flesh sacrifice, but they can do the eating body parts for memory still as undead. I've gone to Act 2 with a friend. It is fun. There's a lot more that I played during the alpha of Divinity 2, like when they released it, when you first bought it.
Right.
And they've changed a lot since then.
Yeah, undead used to be a tag or a trait, right?
Yes, it used to be a trait, but then when they released Fane, and I was like, you listen to the backstories for each character, they are great, flavorful.
Oh yeah, like I love the Red Prince.
Oh no, his voice in that, he is so arrogant, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I apologize, I've came to the show, and you're having a co-host for the night, and I'm taking over Divinity.
This is fine. Listen, hey, Geo, like what I put the call out on Discord on Wednesday. Geo got back to me yesterday. I told him this morning that we were going to be live. That yes, he was going to be on, and then Chris bails, and I'm just making decisions on the fly. So
okay.
And I literally didn't see her respond because I was streaming next stream, so I didn't even see it till like almost an hour before. Like, oh shit, yeah, thanks. So I didn't even see her respond till like almost an hour or two before. So like I didn't even he already said yes because like when he responded, I was getting ready to stream. So like I didn't even see his response till like way after.
So
I was like, oh, let me.
So in other words, this is a normal Tig Whippy show where everything is cobbled together at the last minute or on the fly. And Todd, you've been here long enough that you know that. But yeah, no, I know. We're happy to actually have you on, and trust me, I got Divinity, and I've only like literally watched Ko's like playthrough of it.
I've watched Ko's playthrough, and everything I've seen in the story, it's really good. But I've currently got 44 hours on Divinity 2.
And you're only on Act 2?
Yes, we've only got to Act 2 because we keep on going through because we're testing builds and seeing what works nicely.
Okay, yeah. Now tell me about this because I'm one of those people who like I
have something for you then.
Okay.
Because it's actually something they brought out that is in Divinity, and it's called the Infinite Damage Combo.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I now have to find the YouTube video for this. It's essentially there's a way. It's just when you look at it, you'd be like, wait, what? But it actually is infinite damage. History. Yeah. I'll just put it into the typically thing in chat.
Yeah, that way anybody who wants to look at it can. And I don't block links or anything, so go right on ahead.
There you go. Infinite damage loop.
Infinite damage loop.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
There's also a Reddit post, I think, to it. But it also says the requirements like one caster with soulmate, plus 1 point in necromancy, and any way to heal food, potions, or spells, and one undead with no physical armor remaining, and the spell Shackles of Pain. Living on the Edge can be cast on undead to increase maximum possible damage. So this is that's the combo you use to produce infinite damage. Because every time, with Shackles of Pain, every time you take damage, who you've shackled to takes damage as well.
Okay, so I'm guessing the way it works then is that you shackled the undead to whatever creature to an enemy creature, and then you basically just poison the shit out of the undead creature, and because it's poison damage, it heals the undead but damages the other creature?
It's either that way or with your soulmate, where your soulmate gives 50% of your armor regeneration and healing to your ally, your soulmated to.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with that, any healing you take, now because undead are healed by poison, I don't know if it's counting healing you receive as the positive healing, which if you play D&D in that, you know negative energy is how undead heal, positive damages them. And because they're getting damaged, it's then going to the person going to the person they've shackled.
Right.
So you just keep on healing yourself, and the undead gets damaged, though because they're getting healed through some other means, the other person's the shackled enemy's getting damaged. I think that's how it works, but I haven't actually tested this yet.
Oh, let me know, because I'm one of those guys who's just like, instead of like I like having a build, like somebody said, like looking and saying, okay, this is the good build to go with, and then just going with the build.
If you're going with a full party, summoning is really nice. A full party of summoners could realistically do a lot of painful damage. But if you've seen how Ko's playing through, his team is quite well balanced. Essentially, anyone with putting points into Huntsman and range up on the high ground, you can, with enough finesse, like you can just unload onto people, and you're shredding like armor immediately. And then with the rogue, 2 daggers and backstabbing people, yes, that rends armor as well.
And then at that point, you're just working on whatever you need for utility. Like, I know he's got a fighter who just is basically his knockdown guy for crowd control, and then they all kind of have healing magic now. So
everyone has a way of healing, but it's why the fun thing is the full undead party. Now you do this because either you all go Geomancer, which gives you access to poison skills like Poison Dart, and later on Contamination when you find the skill book for it. Now, how environmental effects work in Divinity 2? You get water, right?
Right.
So one of your people has hydrophagy. They spread water across the battlefield. You then come in, Contamination, all that water now becomes poison. And if the enemies are in the poison, I think magical armor gets reduced by it, because until their magic armor is gone, the poison's negated.
Yep.
But as soon as they're poisoned, you just get someone who has like a fire arrow or a wand with fire on it, target the ground, and all that poison explodes. Now dealing burning damage to them instead.
And then anytime you hit them with an attack while they're burning, they take more damage on top of that.
Yes. Burning is a debuff which will deal a percentage of damage each turn, like 7 damage I think it deals, depending. It'll actually say on the it'll say on the icon how much damage they take from burning for how many rounds. But it's a really good system for the combat they've done with Divinity. It is turn-based. It's action point system for resource. But if you're smart with the battlefield, if you take time to actually set up the encounter, you can actually have a lot of advantages.
Yeah, and it seems like that, especially on the higher level difficulties, you need to factor the battle in to win some fights.
Mm-hmm. Well, my Lone Wolf run is on Tactician difficulty.
Okay.
Which is Explorer Classic, so third hardest difficulty, before you go Honor mode, which is the Iron Man playthrough. Which you don't want to do.
No, you don't want to do that. Unless you're a masochist, then be my
Unless
guest.
you're a masochist, yes. But yes, with that, the enemies have different skills than you would see if you played through the normal mode. Like, upping difficulty actually changes what they use and have access to, which I do like. It's not going to be a case of, oh, well, I've been through this encounter before. He's going to open up with a Fossil Strike, making oil on the ground. Suddenly, he's got Tactical Retreat, he's behind me, and now he's unloading with backstabs. Tactical Retreat is a hunter skill which lets you, teleport. Get that on a scoundrel with backslash. Imagine the movement ability.
Jump, dive, and murder.
Yes.
So I'm guessing, Thai, since we're in games played, you've been playing a little bit of Divinity 2.
I've played majority of Divinity 2 this week. Divinity, it has stolen my life.
It apparently has stolen a lot of people's lives. Like I said, I was reading an article today on Metascore. It's the second highest rated game this year behind Zelda.
I mean, originally it was XCOM 2.
Yeah.
I didn't get War of the Chosen. I just got XCOM 2 and I was playing through that. And then when Divinity came out, I was like, it's fully out. Let's see what they've changed. And I was like, oh wow, this is great. I'm now wanting to play through it more because I just want to do so many different things.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I've stopped watching Co, because I'm like, okay, I watched the starter island, I watched the beginning of like the next group. I need to stop because I'm going to play this game now, and I don't want the spoilers.
Same here. There's one tip I can give for Divinity. If you have a rogue, max thievery as much as possible.
Because of locks and lock picking, or for stealing?
Mainly for pickpocketing, because it's kind of cheap. But if you have 4 members of your party, you angle them to distract the people you need to distract, because line of sight is a thing. Then you go pickpocket. You take all the skill books that person has on them that you can actually take of value. You walk away because you unlink yourself from the party. You let the person go, wait, someone stole from me. And then the party comes back to you and you dish out the books they need. It saves a lot of money. But it also helps because they have book combinations now.
Right.
In crafting, so you can actually make combo books, and it's actually on Steam on the Divinity like discussions or something. They actually have a list of skill combos for the books. Oh, very useful to look into. Like, it adds flavor to everything because well, I'll put it this way: Fire and Scoundrel lets you, for a rogue, like for a Scoundrel, if you have that, if the enemy has any consumables in the inventory, such as throwables or arrows, you can actually sabotage the inventory and make those detonate inside of the inventory.
So basically, you can cook a grenade and put it in their inventory.
Yes, practically.
What game was that from? I remember a game where you could cook grenades and... it's Fallout.
Fallout did that, yes.
Fallout did that.
I think going to do that too.
I think they actually compared Divinity 2 to Fallout with its tactical system at one point. Or is Divinity 1, I think. I can't... One or the other.
Yeah, Divinity 2 is an evolution of a system from Divinity 1. Mm-hmm. But it definitely reminds me of Fallout 2 in that almost grid-based action point for movement and abilities and kind of system.
Oh, and line of sight is a big thing. Like if there's this like smoke cloud in the way, that removes your visibility. There's so much in the game, like essentially how combat works. Like, but then the other part of it is the instead of roleplay aspect, like the talking to NPCs and learning stories and finding out. That is the other aspect that they've done a lot with. You can either go for full combat or you can blend it. But here's the other part that I like they put in Divinity. It's called the Game Master mode.
Right, I was going to talk on this.
There is a video out but Matthew Mercer did with a few YouTubers. I think Strippin and Dodger with them.
Cox was in it too.
And yeah, Jesse Cox. So basically, anyone who's been on It's Me JP's roleplay thing show did in Divinity 2 the GM mode, and I think they did a Dungeons and Dragons module. Now I've looked into GM mode, and I've actually considered running or making a campaign in that because it gives you the tools to do it. It's fun.
And something tells you that's probably the one biggest mode that's going to go under the radar.
I think it is because most people are going to play through and just go for the main story, go for the actual game, and not look at the Game Master's mode. But when you actually take a look at it, they actually have a campaign already in there. I think it's about an undead horde. I didn't look over it that much. But when you go into it, It's literally like, say, like using Roll20, if you ever used that. It's like having all the tools you need. You can actually put items into people's inventories. You can you put the status effects on enemies, all that stuff. It's like essentially like if you're doing a real life D&D campaign.
Right.
I've been talking for most time here. I apologize.
It's fine. Like when we try to have other people on, especially when somebody who's been involved in the game as much as you have, let you go, man. You know more about it than I do, and this is only just feeding my need to want to play it more. And if Gio wasn't a filthy console gamer, he'd be able to play it. Though I think they are coming. It is going to come to console at some point, I think, too.
I think of how popular it is, they may make a console port, and with how they've done it, I think a console port, it could be very possible.
I know because the game actually has a setting, because I have an Xbox controller plugged into my PC, and it recognizes the controller and actually has controller support built into the game already. So I imagine that it looks like they did that with.
I think they may do it in a few by next year. They might bring out a console version for it, but like if this game has any DLC, I'm buying.
Yeah, no.
If they release new characters, I'll buy. I heard that they might have a firearm in that game too, but
Really?
I'm not sure. Well, thing is, Beast is a naval captain, like a pirate captain, I believe.
Right.
From how you hear his backstory, you see he's got like the kind of British Admiralty hat, essentially, like a Commodore's hat. And I'm looking around, I was going, wait, if they have cannons and everything, I don't know if they've implemented firearms yet, or they might make it something, like. I heard there's one, but it's not a weapon you can use. But they have one, so I don't know. But essentially, it would make sense if they had firearms at this point, because it's been 1,000 years since the first Divinity.
Right, it has been.
Though I can tell you, like the voice acting though in that game is well done.
Yeah, it's very well done. I think they said that they had to double the amount of voice acting that they did for the original game.
Oh yeah, like it's like any enemies you come across, they're like bosses or mini bosses, and you're hearing the conversation, the dialogue. There's one person who's in the Fort Joy's underground area, like in the prison.
Right.
Who's a bit of a freak, I'm gonna say. Like he's legitimately like Jack the Ripper-ish, but his voice. I don't know if they had an entire British voice acting cast for this game, but I was hearing him speak. I was going, "Wow, you must have been abused as a child." Was the first thing I thought.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
As we're I'm actually trying to pull it up on IMDb to see who the voice cast was.
I've tried to do that, and I can't. They haven't put it out yet. I don't think. I want to know who voiced the Red Prince. I really do.
Let's see here. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot of the.
It might have gone the people from the first game, if I think right.
Here it is. Apparently, here it is. It's Divinity Original Sin 2. Here we are. You want to know Red Prince?
Yes, please.
It is Harry Hayden Patton. He was on Downington Abbey.
Oh!
He was...
Yeah, now I remember.
He was also the male Inquisitor voice from Dragon Age Inquisition.
That was it.
So, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
We found him.
Oh. There is a little... Anyone who's played Neverwinter, though? Remember the wizard... I think it's like the either druid or wizard Minsk, who had the hamster?
Yeah.
He's in Divinity, too. Not him, but the voice of him is there. I can't remember which character it is, but he's there somewhere.
Yeah, they've only got like the main like four. The main like they've only got Sibel, Los, Beast, the Red Prince, and Ifan Ben Mezid. They don't even have Fane in here.
I know, but and Fane's another good voice too. That's the thing.
Let's see here. So basically, when I finish XCOM, this is going to be the game I'm going to be going into.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And also, I'm open if you ever want to do like a duo playthrough.
Yeah, no, this is definitely going to be something where like I'm going to either play through it myself or like because you can jump in and out too, right? Like if I'm
you can jump in. Yeah, I think you can jump in. Like if needs be, I'll just go through as one of the main characters, just so you still have them when you play, instead of going with a custom one, because then the custom one will stay there for the rest of the thing, and it's like, you know. But play through the main cast, like, is the best tip to give, or do what Code did, have your own custom one, then have the rest of your party as main people.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely make my own custom one. That's just the way it is. And just so we could, we'll end up and wrap our Divinity 2 discussion that we just had with. I just found out there's over 1 million words and 74,000 lines of dialogue, voice acted dialogue in this game.
Wow.
Oh, before we do close Divinity though,
Yeah,
and a tip to anyone who plays Divinity: Pet Pal is necessary,
Pet
and
Pal
Lucky Charm is necessary. Those are two necessary. Talent, Pet Pal is a necessary thing, and the civil ability, Lucky Charm, you need those two. They like just it's mandatory to play with. Because Lucky Charm gives you, as extra loot chances when you open up chests and bodies. Pet Pal lets you talk to certain animals, and sometimes those animals will actually give you their own quests.
I remember certain rat quests. I couldn't tell you. You are definitely not an ugly-looking person, and I definitely cannot lie to you right now.
I killed that rat straight up. But yeah, it's a good game. I would recommend anyone like people like either watch a bit of Co's playthrough before getting it, or just like it's worth the money.
And it's not that expensive.
No.
If I'm looking at it right now, and it is $44.99 US right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you're paying less than a AAA title.
Like, I know you don't actually advertise games on this stream at all, but it's a game actually worth what they put into it.
Our ratings. If we were to do a rating system, our rating system isn't based on a 1 to 10 scale. It's basically, do we have fun? Am I having fun with it? If so, is this fun something that I would recommend to other people?
It is. I'd recommend it mainly because it has so much replayability.
Yeah, that's the big thing that I'm looking for too. And I can see too, since we talked about DLC with this game, I can see just the DLC just being campaigns. Because they've already built the engine. I mean, if they started releasing like for $4.99,
if they were releasing, sorry, I'm interrupting.
No, go ahead.
But going back to the Matthew Mercer video, they weren't sure if they were going to be actually adding these D&D campaigns into Divinity. But if they did, it would work well. They could do it, and a $5.99 or campaign, just to run through, would be worth it. Or even just if they added 1 or 2 more characters that in the story or something like that, or additional story quests for the main NPCs.
Right. Like a prelude, or I mean, you can even see them doing like a prelude or a postlude. Or epilogue. Sorry, postlude, epilogue.
Yeah.
So, I guess there we go. We got our filler. There's our 45-minute filler. It's not me being angry about Destiny 2 or YouTube for once. It's actually an intelligent discussion about a new video game that's been released.
Alright, I'll bring the anger.
Go ahead. What are you angry about? Is it something you played this week, Reese?
Yes.
Then what are you angry about? Bring it.
Freaking Mad Max.
Oh.
Oh man, so again, may or may not be currently playing because trying to get this stupid platinum. Yeah, so it's one of the games I've been playing this week, and it's for the most part it is a game that's super repetitive and tedious. It's one of those open world game where it's you like basically looting locations and stuff and all that, and car races, which has been fun. Like I said, it was repetitive and tedious, but like for the most part it's been fun, and like I feel like a badass. Up until the last stream, where I get to the third to final boss, where it's almost like a type of boss fight that's never been done in the game. Like everything's been, as much as a car combat game, almost 90% of the game is on foot. And then so you go into a boss fight where you have to basically do a drag race. At the same time, I'm trying to take down this car, and all of a sudden, every time I try to take a shot another one of these minions swerves in the way and takes a shot. And this car that's like 6 times my size is like a bat out of hell, driving like a maniac. So I can never catch up to it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just driving mad. So I was repeating the same mission. I think like Tim was there watching, like, what the hell is going on here? Well, I was almost a third of my stream was just me doing that one boss fight, getting madder and madder and madder every time.
So you're getting madder and madder and madder at max?
Yeah.
Oh, is this the Mad Max game that was on PS4?
Yeah.
The THQ one?
I have played for a little bit of that. I actually stopped playing it because...
Yeah, it's a lot of people who stop it. And it's like, I'm streaming and like I'm trying to complete my games. For the most part, it's like, that's what I'm saying. This game not for everyone. Especially, it's literally like the same 3 things. And that's it for like the whole game. You're doing like the same three type of things. Either races, looting locations, or looking for scavenging points. That's pretty much it. That's the game. And you're doing like 300 times worth of each. And then, so like, from I was joining the game just enough into that point that just drove me mad. And even the boss fight was just like a throwaway boss fight. Like the final boss fight, this epic thing they've been like, hyping up the entire game was a throwaway fight. Which was like, again, like it was on foot. Even though the boss was in the car, like I was on foot. And it was just kind of this throwaway fight. Like, okay, one shot, you're dead. Even though I'm on foot and you're in a car. And like that game just like drove me mad. So it's a point of just enough fun to that point, and just it's a game I barely paid any money on because it was on one of those PSN sales. So like I only paid $8 for it. So I was like, oh, at least I didn't pay too much. I was paid like $5-8. And then and at that point, like these final boss fights, I feel like I think I overpaid for it. Like I feel like almost like overpaid for it. And, like I only paid like $8 for it. And then even after that, like there were so many like little annoying things. Like the game had special like challenges that you could do, right? And then the game turns like, oh yeah, do all these stuff to prepare you for the final boss fight. But then it's oh yeah, you can continue post game, but if you did everything, it's gonna be near impossible to do the challenges. So it's like you have to do it to do the boss fight. But if you do all the stuff for the boss fight, then it's gonna make things even harder post game. So in a sense, yeah.
It's the reason I've never been a fan of achievements in video games. Just because once I've always stopped playing game, regardless if I've platinumed or whatever achievements I've got. If once that game has hit its natural end for me, I'm done. I stop playing it because it's not fun.
Yeah, that's opposite. I mean, like, I've always, even before like trophy platinums, even back like PS1, I've always been a completionist. Like I was like doing everything I could in the game, like seeing everything what's worth, like what they created. So especially a game has post games, like I used to like doing it because I like doing everything that I can do. So, but if it gets to a point where I just can't handle it anymore, like I think like Transformers Orientation was like that for me, where I just couldn't handle it anymore. Even though I think it was like 1 trophy, I was like, I'm done with this game. I can't do it with ridiculousness anymore. I just got to a point. So, Mad Max, that was my point with it. Like I was just in my stream was like, I just want to be done with this game. Like I just want to finish the story and like delete it. Because like I couldn't just handle anymore myself on stream. I was lucky, I was surprised I even managed to get it done.
That's too bad. Well, I mean, at least you beat it.
Yeah.
Or going
It's
to
one
be
thing, like,
beating it.
yeah, I'm glad. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. And then there was like other funny little things too, where like this game has stuff where it's like random weather events, right? So there's one thing, there's one special challenge like, oh, we have random storms, and then so I'm doing it right. First thing, it should appear nonstop. I go for the challenges, storm never appeared. So I found a cheat way to do the challenges, and now that I don't longer need storms, I keep getting storms, like every 2 minutes. Like now that I don't need the random storms to appear anymore.
Now this is a WB game, right?
Where were you when? Yeah, it's a WB game.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so it's just like, oh man, it's just one just crazy like clusterfuck of a game, but it's like it's a game that almost starts fun and then just gets worse and worse as you go along.
Well, it sounds like the Mad Max trilogy. Unless you're talking the current one. The current one is amazing, and you
But
should.
the recent Mad Max,
The most
is
recent,
good.
yeah, no, it is super strong. And once again, the reason why it's strong is because the focal character isn't Max.
Yep.
It's Furiosa.
Though I wouldn't mind them showing the Thunderdome.
I wouldn't mind them showing Thunderdome either. I've got a place in my heart for Master Blaster.
Yeah. Was it Welcome to Junk? Who runs Junktown or Junkertown? Is it?
Yeah, who runs Bartertown?
Bartertown.
Yeah, I think they tried doing a lot of stuff in the movies because like here they have something called like the Underdome, and then I guess like that big chase scene. I think the final one, from the new movie. They like that was the boss fight that annoyed me. They tried replicating that like horribly.
See, in the movie,
the final chasing.
The strongest scenes in those movies, like for me, one of the most interesting shot and probably best shot scenes of that movie, is when like the truck is out and it's like they're like putting more water in the radiator and Max just grabs all the guns and walks away deep into the swamp. You just see this huge explosion, and he comes walking back. And he's just covered in blood. And they all look at him like, what the hell? And that's not his blood. And he starts washing himself off. And it's just quiet. There's no music accompaniment. He's just like got that 1,000-yard stare that Max has got. And Tom Hardy did a great job playing Max. He's just sits there. And that's when he realizes that the tanker isn't filled with water. It's filled with milk, mother's milk. Because he washes his hands in it. And it's just you get all this information without having there be any dialogue or anything, and it's great. But that's my thoughts on the new Mad Max movie. By the way, who's excited for Blade Runner?
Well, considering I think I have the DVD of Blade Runner, like the director's cut, somewhere on my shelf. I can't wait to see the new film.
I apparently it's being raved about. It's saying they've got great. It's got great showings. So they're supposed to be making like almost a $47 million weekend.
I believe it's going to be... Well, considering I don't think the focus won't be Harrison Ford in it, I think he's in this film to possibly like have another character of his end.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to clean up a lot of his characters that haven't died in films.
Yep.
Like Han Solo in Force Awakens.
Yep.
And I'm not getting into that conversation because I'll be here for hours.
Yeah. This is the game won't play itself, not the movie debate podcast.
Thankfully. But no, like Blade Runner, I think it's going to be very... Oh.
But by the way, Edward James Olmos coming back.
Mm-hmm.
We lost Reese. It's all right.
Yep.
You're just stuck with me now, Ty.
That's fine.
You're just stuck with me. He can join back in whenever he needs to.
Mm-hmm.
I can get him back. See, this is the reason why we have more than two hosts on at a time. When things like this happen.
Mm-hmm.
There he is. He's back.
Yeah, it's going in and out for me for some reason. It's like I'm watching the connection bar, and it's going up and down.
It's all you. It's not me. I'm watching
Yeah.
our stuff. We are perfect. We have yet to drop a frame or anything to Twitch. So, Reese, Mad Max, very angry.
Yep.
What else? What else you got?
yes.
Did anything that made you happy?
Not too much else really. If you guys still, oh, am I still connected?
Nope, you're still there. We can still hear you.
Okay. Okay, yeah, because I'm not sure. Yeah, so see the bar going up and down. So not much else besides I say like Darksiders 2, which that one kind of had me confused. So I'm still pretty far early into it, but it's like there's stuff I like about the new stuff they added, but at the same time I also not a fan of it. I both like it and dislike it at the same time. Because that stuff like seem like new, cool, fun additions, but a lot of times sometimes they do it right, sometimes they do it really frustrating. There's certain stuff, especially when like a lot of puzzles involve physics. They're like, oh, let's make these puzzles like really cool puzzles, and then they're like, but let's make some super like with physics where it's like you need to roll the sphere up a ramp into a lock that's like not even on the wall. It's like at a height above the wall. So like every time, like with one part I'm trying to push a sphere up and it'll just roll down, and like push the sphere back up and it just roll down again. I was like, damn it, go into the lock. And so there's a lot of, but that's pretty much Darksiders 2. Just stuff like I'm still trying to figure myself around that game. So that's not too much of that. I've been playing Evil Within, which really as I said, it's a game that I know a lot of people either it's one of the games that liked or didn't like. Like definitely has issues, but people either didn't mind the issues and liked it, or just couldn't stand the issues and hated it. So like for me, when I go into the game, I have my expectations really really low that I actually enjoyed it.
Don't they have a second one coming out soon?
Yeah, on the 13th, which so I will be trying that one out. Just I did enjoy enough that I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll try the second one a chance. Just cause I'll be getting cheap, and then because from the looks of it, they've improved a lot of stuff. One, actually giving the main character purpose. Like the main character had like no real purpose or anything. He was just kind of there for like circumstances, and he had no real reason just to like besides I want to get out of here. He had like no real like reason, no really driving force. Cause like there'd be all the weird shit happening. He's like, no, okay, shit happens. Like shit happens. Like he didn't even care. Like people are dying, things are going crazy. He's like, whatever. But like besides that, the game was definitely like talk to Will something like it's definitely a game. Definitely at least it did definitely have the fear factor. At least from someone like me, who gets easily jump scared. So like the whole time, like from the very start of the game, I was like, oh my god, and then you were like, really, Jill? Like, I'm sorry, I'm a fucking scaredy cat. I don't know why I thought this would be a good idea. So like literally all my streams. So I finished that game off, and I started the first DLC, and I finished that already this week, which was pretty fun. It's very like kind of like they doing the DLCs. They did the DLCs very Dishonored style, where it's a 2-part tie-in that's happening at the same time. Though the first part is kind of weird because it's very Outlast-ish, where you can't really fight. I mean, you kind of can. There are type parts you can find weapons, but even then you kind of have to stealth your way around Outlast style and wait for an opportunity to sneak attack. That's about it. But besides that, most of the time you just kind of have your flashlight and you're just kind of like trying to dodge enemies, hoping they don't see you, or else it'd be basically a one-hit kill.
Oh, speaking of Outlast, on the Humble Bundle currently, Outlast and Whistleblower DLC is free.
Ooh, nice.
I've actually put the link in the chat for you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, the Discord,
Nice.
which
Discord, yeah.
everybody should be on the Discord at this point. We freely give the link out. It's
in the Discord in general. Have a look at it.
Good. And then besides that, I think the last game I played, I'm actually really excited for, which is a huge surprise for me because it was leaked the day before from like the Europe rating system, and then I was like, oh well, I've heard this rumor before, whatever, you know, it's like it happens if it happens. And then the morning I wake up, like, I woke up super early because I had to walk my dog like early in the morning. So like for like 6 hours before I fell asleep, it's oh whatever, it's just a rumor. 6 hours later I wake up, oh my god, they released the game, it's actually happened, they still released it, which is Final Fantasy 9 on console. Like they ported the PC version over, and it's like one of the few Final Fantasy games I ever enjoyed. So I like instantly I like dash for my wallet, and I'm just like, I don't care, I'm buying this, even though like I know I don't really have the money to spend, but screw it.
See,
So like,
they're porting the Final Fantasies. I want them to port Chrono Cross.
yes, I love that.
I want to talk about
was-
like big heyday Square Enix games. That's the
I
one,
loved it.
man.
I love that. I was at least when I was in college, I was like one of the few people who actually liked that game. A lot of people didn't like. It was either Chrono Trigger or Don't Talk to Us. But I'm like, I like Chrono Cross too.
It's because they didn't ever release Radical Dreamers, man. They never released Radical Dreamers.
Yeah, because like that was the only game as a kid I could play turn based. Like even Final Fantasy, I couldn't do turn based games for some reason. I just didn't have the patience for it. But for some reason, something about Chrono Cross just like got me into like what's the only turn based game I could play as a kid. Though sadly, I had to wait almost 10 years till they ported it into PSN. Because I remember back then I was playing Chrono Cross. I was playing with my grandfather was watching it. Recipes. My brother comes home pissed for some reason. Sees that we're laughing, enjoying the game. He comes over and flips my PS1 over. So it fell on the ground and my Chrono Cross just smashed.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, and the worst thing about it, I was playing New Game Plus on this one, so I couldn't even go back to this 2 because I saved over my save file and it was PS1. I saved over my save file, so I couldn't play to this 2, and I can no longer play this 1 because it's broken.
It just reminds me of my Final Fantasy X trial. I got Final Fantasy X all the way through, all the weapons unlocked, all the caps unleashed on all the best weapons. 40, 50 hours into the game. I'm ready to tackle Sin. PlayStation 2 memory card is glitched. We have lost all your save data.
Ooh.
I have since never played a Final Fantasy. I was just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. I can't. I can't do this. We're done. And I just it took me until 5 years later when YouTube became more of a thing to finally watch the ending of that game, and I kind of went,
Oh, damn.
so Tidus is just a figment of the collective consciousness of Xanarkand? Sure. No wonder Orin drinks as much as he does. It makes sense.
Yeah, but well, so yeah, that's basically what I've been playing.
Good. All right. We'll go right into me, and I got a really easy one for you. I played XCOM 2. Streamed it a little bit more. I finally beat The Last Hunter, so I got pretty much all the DLC set now. At this point, we're just kind of pushing our way through to kind of beat the game, and I'm just delaying now to get all the research and stuff done. And I do like everything that all the covert ops and everything that they've built into the game now, because it makes it feel like it's not you have the ability to stall if you need to and kind of tread water in the game, where the original XCOM 2 just felt like a straight rush. Like it was just a race to the finish line, and it was just, now I have facilities up that I can slowly kind of pick away at and make sure my squad is rotating correctly, so I've got the right amount of health and everything on everybody.
Just put a spark in your squad and you're fine.
That I have that. Bot Ross.
But
Bot Ross.
Bot Ross was from the first XCOM playthrough. He paints happy little trees all over the battlefield. He doesn't make mistakes. He makes happy accidents.
oh, that's beautiful.
I need that guy to release the Bob Ross voice pack for the XCOM War of the Chosen, so I can put it back on there. But yeah, no, Bot Ross.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, so Bot Ross is totally in there. And then, like I said, I dabbled a bit in Divinity 2. I'm probably going to hold off on playing it until I beat XCOM 2 on stream. Only reason is because I know it can just take up my life, and it will.
It will. No. Every waking moment, you'd be like, I can fit in about an hour of Divinity. 6 hours later. Oh, it's lunchtime.
And then that's the reason why I'm going to also probably lock it, at least a playthrough of it behind the stream, as I like to call it, the stream wall. Because then at least at that point, you have to, okay, if I'm going to play it, I'm going to stream it. And at least that means like, okay, so I do need to devote the time and have time put away to do that. So I will lock at least one of my playthroughs through that. I've also dabbled in Destiny 2. Though I've slowly been pulling back on that because it is coming out for PC in about a month. And we have a lot of people who will be playing it on PC, and I do not want to burn myself out on that game because it is a very easy kind of a game you can burn yourself out on.
Yep.
So
yeah, that's what I've seen. There's also I've seen I think it's the casual community they call it, have been complaining about the raids and stuff, that they're too hard.
yeah, the raid is hard, which
And give me a moment. I actually think I've got.
Yeah, because I've seen people do it even above level.
at the same time, as somebody who comes from an MMO background and back in the old school WoW the Warcraft days of when raids were actually hard, part of me goes, it shouldn't just be a pushover. It shouldn't just be where you get 6 guys together randomly plugged and you can just steamroll through it and beat it.
No, you have to have planning.
You do. You have to have planning and you have to have coordination. Yeah. That being said, like some people are complaining that it is difficult. That's fine. I mean, once again, and we heard. I won't repeat myself back as for a further rant, but we'll just say the game has been out for still less than a month, and people are complaining about the raid being hard. There is going to be probably a 2 to 3 year life cycle of this game for people to figure out the raid. And if you guys don't happen to be the Destiny streaming community, which by the way is a great community, and have like the streamers who devote their time and build up teams to do this on a daily basis, some of the casuals may not be able to do that. It's not the fact that they didn't build in other ways into the game to do that. Plus with the new faction thing that they're going to have come out next week, there's a whole nother way to get gear where you basically pledge yourself to a faction. You get tokens, much like the way they do it with like normal factions now, by doing just public events, raids, Nightfall, and then whichever faction wins at the end of I think it's a 2-week period of time, their weapon then goes on. Their specific weapon then goes on sale for the entirety of Destiny to buy. If you were part of that faction, it's only like 1,000 of the currency for you. If you were not part of the winning faction, it's like 50,000 of that currency to buy it. So you get to choose what kind of weapon you'd like, rep that person, and look for that gear. And then there's, it's a worldwide PvE event, which seems interesting, and is not racing sparrows. But yes, that's it. That's what I've been playing. I am super excited for Divinity. I can't wait. Almost was going to play it tonight, and then I talked myself out of it, which is good, because...
No, stream XCOM so you can play some Divinity too.
No, god damn it, beat XCOM already so you could just do it. Yeah, like I said, XCOM's ready to be beaten at any point in time.
Stream it now.
No, not tonight. I got stuff I got to do tonight. It may be PUBG. I may be playing PUBG because people I know are playing PUBG right now. They've been bothering me to play PUBG with them. And what's an easy way to get views on your Twitch channel, get people? Play PUBG. Or League. Or find your niche market in a little talk show in the talk show host. By the way, I should also mention this, since I don't know there's a lot of people here, but people will hear it later. We have been constantly like the 5th and 6th and 7th highest show in the talk show directory on Fridays at this time, which people make that thing, but that's front page on the talk show directory, which is kind of a big thing for a Friday night when you think about it.
Also considering only one or two hosts have shown up for the last few weeks.
Yeah, we've only had really I've been here.
Yeah, you mean.
Yeah, really, if I'm not here, the show doesn't happen, but
Yep.
it's a revolving cast. We make it work, but the majority of our viewership is probably at Gamescom with Will right now, or whatever. EGX? Gamescom?
I think it's EGX.
EGX. Yeah, it's
Yep.
he's at the video game thing with him and Ye Olde London Town. So that's
Yeah, a lot of the main big people are definitely there.
So that's the reason why. And we got that. This was going to be like the All-American hour. And then Chris left, and then Ty came in. And hey, guess what? We still got an hour-long show, and we talked about relevant topics.
Yep.
In my book, that's all you got to do. I'm a happy guy.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me something to edit.
Yep,
But-
yep.
Hey,
And quite surprisingly, I didn't swear as often as I do.
that's fine. We don't cursing's okay here. And God knows I guess it actually was a good show because I didn't insult anybody's country. I didn't rant on YouTube.
Oh, especially how YouTube's basically
Yep.
their own system is now failing them.
I noticed the day that it started because our YouTube channel actually earned revenue. We earned
What?
1/10 of a cent.
Ooh.
Like I was just watching because like
That's damn what FY that's some FYA return game money.
like I was watching it. It's been like just like deadlined, and all of a sudden I just saw a blip, and I was like, "That's got to be a joke." And I went in and I looked like, no, actually, two of our videos helped us earn 1/10 of a cent. So
We balling.
we're doing better than some YouTube channels that have tons of subscribers.
Some YouTube channels that have like over 6 million like subscribers or something like that are like suffering from the demonetization. It's just like it's why now Twitch
Yeah,
and Patreon are the biggest places to go.
Yeah, and there's a reason
Yeah.
why we do almost everything on Twitch, because it's nice. And even Gauging Gadgets, who was in here earlier, and I wanted to thank them, even though they said that this was a joke, I think they still donated 100 bits.
Yeah.
Yep, they did 100 bits.
So,
Well, they could always done it with hashtag charity since it's still going, I believe.
yeah, but you want to
No,
know
I
what?
think it finished. No, it finished.
Is it finished?
Yeah, it finished because it was either
Oh, it was
yesterday or the day before.
Yeah,
It was like
I
the
read it yesterday. Yeah.
So, but heck, we still have all the other charity stuff that we're running that Will's going to do a 24-hour stream for, and then I'm going to laugh at halfway through for him. Because
Did they stop this though? Isn't it still Hot Sub September still?
it's still September.
yep till October 2nd.
Well,
There you go. See, it's still September until October 2nd.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yep.
that makes a lot of
Technically
sense.
that'd be
Makes a lot of
October,
sense.
but whatever.
Subtober. Yeah, no. What are they? They're probably gonna do something else for wait, no. Isn't TwitchCon in October? They're trying to get me to buy tickets to go to TwitchCon as an affiliate. If it was on the East Coast, I would think about it. Not the West Coast. I'm not taking time off of work to fly out to TwitchCon to talk to people I don't know.
Mhm.
What do you? So what do you do? I'm Co Carnage. I run a show on Friday nights. We get 15 viewers. They're all really cool people.
I mean, I don't know. If you spoke to Ko, if you saw him there and you said that, he may have dropped you some love for the community. You know, good vibes and everything.
Yeah, no, I would have to say the people I actually watch on Twitch, not that are outside of our community, because let's be honest, we're a community. We tend to like watching everybody else's. Tend to be people who also just keep good vibes. Like Ko is the most chill guy ever, and is just super nice all the time. When I want to watch Destiny, it's King Gathalion, who's also another big name, but at the same time, the stuff that he has done to build that community and the charitable work that he's helped that community do is just second to none. There's a lot of great streamers that are doing a lot of good work for the luck that they've had. And there's something to be said about that. I mean, I think, and then obviously, Games Done Quick, just amazing. All the time. They raised like something like for all of like the all the relief and stuff. They raised something like $50,000 on a weekend stream that they randomly put together for the hurricane relief for Houston.
Nice.
Just like that, just out of nowhere.
It says $49.99 sub, but I did the $2.50 sub. I think that's still the same message, right?
Yeah, it should still be the same message. Ty, why did you do that? You didn't have to do that.
It's September.
All right. Thank you. I don't know. I need to try and get the event to populate because normally we have the whole. There's supposed to be an event for this. There's supposed to be an alert, and it didn't alert.
I need to get that going for my channel.
You didn't get that going for your channel? Well, don't worry. I have been talking to people. Apparently, people want us to do a how-to series.
Mm-hmm.
Which, since I've got you guys here, what would you think of a how-to series? And
Considering how-to series would be really good.
Yeah, like do what I have.
Especially one of the biggest. Yeah, especially a lot of stuff. I know. Especially like one thing I need definitely is figuring out like all the different bots and like get that set up proper. Because I know there's a few people I know, but most of them usually always busy. I'm like, I wish I have downloaded, but I'm like, I have no idea how to set this up.
Okay, all right. So don't worry. We will work on this. Then that'll be my next project. Is I will start working on a how-to series, on just how to stream, how to do stream, how to set up things, how to do things. Because we had that like one that we did in the middle of the show a couple weeks ago. And that is actually our most watched video on YouTube for like the last like 2 weeks.
I legitimately like that type of stream, or even this video put on YouTube would probably be very beneficial for people who are starting up streams.
Yeah, because
or have a stream but don't actually know how to do certain things.
Yeah, that's what I think. I look a lot of time for games and stream stuff. Is how to.
I can tell you, I have done this now for over a year. And obviously, we actually have all the old episodes uploaded to the channel. You can actually physically see the quality build over time to get to where we are now. And there was just everything's all trial and error. We're technically running 2 overlays over an animated background with video and Skype capture through audio capture through Discord, and then a whole nother system that I'm using to capture audio when I do music in and out with videos that I have created. That being said, if anybody wants to, anybody who does stream or does want to do anything with The Game Won't Play Itself, I am more than happy to show you the overlays, give you the backgrounds that we have here, and also give you the intro and outro videos that I've created. I have no problem doing that because I want to help. And they say the game won't play itself on them, so you rep us, but I really don't care. I'll make you something to show you that too. So, yeah. So we'll work on that. Decisions made when people are away. I get to make the calls here.
Yep.
So and yeah,
I'll have my people call your people, which I mean we're both the same people, so
just
yeah. I'll call you.
If you just see me on Discord, hey James, can you jump in general chat? I have a question to ask you about something, and I'll probably be like, fine. By the way, if I am playing a game and it doesn't say that I'm streaming, just tell me to get in general chat because I'll talk to you while I'm playing a game. It's not that big of a deal. So, okay. Anybody else have anything else they want to talk about? Shoutouts? Who would want to do shoutouts? Anybody have shoutouts?
Shoutouts. I think. Well, since we're talking about a charity event, everybody who's helped support that Twitch Extra Life thing. 'Cause I think we raised what
55,
over 100.
55 so far.
Yeah.
Did you get it? I mean, we have 50. I see 55 right now. Granted, I'm not in charge of Extra Life. That's Will's thing. I just grabbed the numbers.
Because I know overall raised for like the hashtag charity was over 100,000.
That hashtag charity.
Yeah, that hashtag charity.
That one, the Twitch one, not the Game Won't Play. So I got you. See, I was thinking something completely different. No, that was awesome. Yeah, everybody who just did that was good on you. And it's September, and Thai, who obviously decided to support us this month, thank you for doing that. When you're with people who are listening on the audio version of it that does go out, and the video and the vodcast, sub to somebody, please, before the end of the month. It will really help make if you can.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, because now it's definitely perfect time, especially if you want to do a longer term support, which you can always obviously near the end if you don't want to renew, you can cancel it then. But like if you want to support it now, like the great thing is we still get our half of the cut. So if you want to get like the year, you want to really support him for like the year, but you don't want to pay the 25, just pay the 12.50. We still get our 12.50.
Or just
So
support do the $2.99 and support them that way.
Yeah.
Just show them. Doesn't have to be us. It can't
Yeah.
be Geo. Can be Ty. Can be me. The Tig Whippies
Yep.
could be whoever you want.
Well, currently I'm not affiliated with Twitch, so subscriptions don't actually go for me.
So when we get him affiliated
So-
with Twitch,
When I get affiliated, which I think takes
So
100
if-
followers
if-
or something like that, I believe. I can't remember. What you need to
Affiliation
do?
50, and I forget what's the views. I think
50, and you need to have at least 8 hours of streaming in a month and at least 3 concurrent viewers.
Yep. So,
Well, when I have the PC
Is
that
that-
can actually do that, it will be happening. But currently,
yeah, so
my,
it's not that hard.
my my hardware
Yeah.
isn't good.
Yeah. I know people like my friend who's right now AGX, cosplayer Matt Marvel, didn't stream for 2 years, came back, got it within a couple of weeks, easily.
What's even funnier is we have a friend of the show, what's his face? The Retro Gamer. We had him on.
Yeah.
Cosmic Gamer, right?
We have Cosmic Gamers, but we also have
Cosmic.
the other one. The God Almighty, he autos the Reverse Pro Gamer. Sorry, I had to go to our auto host
yes.
list. He has if I'm going to since we're in the pimp out section and the shameless plugs, why don't we just start shameless plugging people who auto host us right now? I'm kind of actually going to his channel right now, and he is hosting us. That's awesome. He has 1,161 followers, and he is not affiliated yet.
Wow.
So I think that's because he did a lot with YouTube, and he hasn't done
Yeah.
anything. But Ty, if that's something we'll do, we will use our little corner of the universe to help with that the best we can. Because we're Tig Whippies, and that's what we do.
Well, I will appreciate it.
Yeah, just gotta let us know when you start streaming, and
Well, when I start streaming, I'll probably be streaming. Apart from games like Divinity, it will be D&D campaigns because that is I am a GM.
Yeah, 'cause a lot of times,
So yep.
what I do for people is,
Well-
like, especially even if I'm busy, I look people up and just kind of throw them a view, like, hey, I'll help you out. Even if I'm busy, like, I just throw
funny
them a
thing,
view.
Ty, me and Hergelman are playing in our campaign tomorrow, our once a month campaign.
Yes, Hergel's actually a player in my Friday night games.
Good, I'm glad.
In a Gestalt campaign, by the way.
That was the one he was making characters for. I was talking to him about it when he was rolling that up.
Yeah. Never. Gestalt is something you've got to be careful with. Oh my lord.
I'm waiting because I have red markets coming in the mail soon, and I may have to run something in that system. For those of you who do not know that, it is from RPPR's Caleb. He wrote a economic horror game about the zombie apocalypse of the near future, where you basically have to decide, you barter for a job, go out and do it, and then if you fail horribly on it, you have to decide, does your daughter who's at home eat tonight, or do you need bullets for your gun to go back out and do more work?
Ooh.
Yeah. It's economic. Yeah, no, it is economic horror. It's called Red Markets. Take a look into it.
I'm actually looking at the Kickstarter right now.
Yeah, the Kickstarter's over. It funded by a lot. It's a 400-page color book.
Oh, wow. Look.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, no,
Oh wow, no, they actually unlocked all the goals.
he added more midterm. I think the original was like 5,000, and he hit like 25,000.
Yep, if it's
Good for them, yeah.
gonna work, I mean it's gonna work.
Yeah, and by the way, I'm getting the book, and I also have the PDFs for it too. So if you want to read over the system, he actually is like all about share it, play it. I'm just happy to create it. Like he actually did something, and I enjoyed a lot of this in the Role Playing Public Radio podcast. They actually did a game designer's workshop where it followed the 2 years of R&D of this project, and when major milestones and stuff hit, he would get on and talk about, okay, now I'm about to launch my Kickstarter. This is the planning that went into it. This is what's going on. And then they did like, this is after the Kickstarter. This is how it happened. This is how we had to like devise goal, like stretch goals. How we had to look at the artwork, build the video for it. You know, it was very kind of like it was transparent. Like almost the entire way through. You heard his ruminations, and him being a gamer, much like some of us is, he was also like, you know, he's not a very outspoken kind of a guy. So it's like, you know, and he's a little neurotic with everything. So you'd basically, like, it was kind of a way to help him deal with his neurosyncrasies of being like, okay, I can do this. But, like, he talked it out for everybody to hear how neurotic he was about doing this thing.
Mm.
But yes, whenever I can, I'm going to pimp this out. It is very good. But, Ty, do you have any shout-outs?
Not that I can think of, really. The only shout-outs I can really give out to would be the Boss Guy 11 and the Akapaka. I'm mispronouncing that. I know I'm mispronouncing that.
Now, Alpaca Patrol?
If you look in Cosmic Gamers, it's someone who is with who Cosmic Gamers watch. If you look on their Discord and everything, if you're a part of it.
Yes, we are. And if not, you guys should all show when everybody listens to this in post. Cosmic Gamers, great group of people.
Yeah, but if you go to the Boss Guy stream, Boss Guy 11 stream, there's a link to the Discord. Both him and the Atapar, they share the same Discord. It's called the War Tent. They stream PUBG is one of the games they stream, and Overwatch. They have a great small community. Very enjoyable. He is actually doing the Boss Guy is doing Divinity now, like not right now, but he's playing for Divinity currently. And PUBG is the other game that you see on there a lot. But it's another small fun community to be a part of.
And that's ultimately the important thing.
Yes, it is good.
All right, then I think we've done all the damage we can today. I think we're good. The one question I have for you guys is, what is the song that we're going out on tonight?
Well, I would say anything for the Divinity soundtrack, but Divinity, not Destiny.
The Destiny soundtrack. Okay, so you basically want me to pull the Halo soundtrack. Got it. Divinity soundtrack. If I can find something from Divinity, I will play it. If I can spell Divinity, I can play it. Divinity 2. Nope.
Now, where's the A in Divinity?
Where's the A in Divinity?
If you check General, I linked you the OST for the main menu theme.
Perfect. Do that.
It's very it's very relaxing. The music in that game, beautiful. God, no, I'm not talking about the game. Not now.
Found it. All right. Now, if I can, they've already started to hear it. Yes, enjoy the dulcet tones of this as I do this now, because I need to get this. This is what happens. Usually, this is where I like to have like Will and Chris kind of like talk in the background and be like dirt 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 dirt. Oh yeah, perfect. All right, guys, we're gonna go. Have fun.
Yep. Thanks for having me tonight.
Oh, it was.